Hello. I realize I don't really keep the videos that I upload aren't perfect, and in fact they're kind of garbage. At least the few that I rewatched. The reason being is because I don't have time to do this. I don't fully devote myself several hours to do this video editing, so it's kind of slapped together and not perfect, which it could be better, obviously. Could put more effort into it. But it's mostly about learning, I guess. Trying to slightly improve every time. And I realize I think the last episode cuts off, like, not even before I start building that much. I think I have a stockpile or something, but I have played a bit, so it's been, what, 2 years? Two-ish? Because I think it's 21 when I switched over to this, or it was supposed to be 22, so this is almost 24, so it's 2-ish, whatever. The plan for this originally is to have one starter character, make a family, and continue the family, sort of like Generations by Mr. Samuel Streamer, which Mr. Samuel Streamer does mod packs better, and he's apparently some sort of god or something, because he can make RimWorld mod packs that actually work. I could probably spend more time doing that and all that, but I have a job that I work. Anyway, so the original colonist, the self-insert, me, Murmur. I don't need you to come over here. I don't know what's causing the lag. Occasionally I get lag, occasionally it's not laggy. If I zoom out, it'll sometimes run okay. If I tell everyone to stop moving and then keep moving again, it'll work. I just realized your surgery must have failed. Oh no, your surgery didn't fail. You're just still in a coma. Okay. I added and changed some mods, so I'm gonna guess that there's some problems here and there. I then had to redo all the piping and stuff, and I accidentally started undoing wiring, thinking wiring was different because there's a nice mod in the workshop called Pipes and Wire, which, you know, allows you to make pipes and wire, and the pipes then use pipes instead of material. Anyway, this series, because of vehicles and because of all the mods that I am addicted to, I wanted to make clones. So currently we have these 5 clones, and then I accidentally didn't realize that embryos were taking the genetics of 2 people and putting them together. So these, I think these 4, because the relations in their social tab says Murmur is the father, so yeah, Murmur is the father. So that means that they're embryos that were combined together. But I think because I switched maps and switched to game versions and then loaded in the save, the mother didn't get carried over because I didn't copy them because they weren't in the thing. So technically they don't have a mother. But the clones also don't have a mother, and I think because I copied it over, they didn't have the original thing, which I'm not sure if the original thing is, I mean, it's from Altered Carbon, but I'm not sure if it's meant to be a stack clone or if it's meant to be the genetic clone. But my whole plan was to then use these embryos that the clones make, and then clone the clones, and then use them as continuing soldiers. So, like, we've just loaded up an embryo in here. I can't inspect the pawn yet, I don't think, but they're gonna have the Xenogene clone sterile. But yeah, they're a clone of one of these people. These people should have the clone thing, but and sterile, and they do. And then these ones, because they're because the thing I applied to them, I don't know what it was originally, but they were combined together. But it's in their genotype. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is that the whole point was to make clones and family and continue the cloning and family. Fosia, Throsia, and Pelagia are the biological non-clones, but then they have the Xenogene Archaeotech Xenotype Archaeotech Touch, which is the traits and stuff that were combined with Lilith to make that, you know, that's how genetics work. Anyway, Lilith has Archetype touched as well because I wanted to keep the pawn alive, basically, and I had the ability to mess with and use biotech stuff. And then Mechanators got out of hand, but Fozier is the Mechlink. Bionic implant that allows direct control of mechanoids, can only be removed after death. Yeah. So Fozier is our Mechanator, whatever. So, no, not that. So I should be able to change the title to Mechanator. Mechanator. Mechanicus. Whatever. Anyway. Fozier specifically, though, is our Mechanator, whatever. She's the mechanic one. Throsian and Pelagia, I was gonna make one of them psionic and then the other one, I don't know, nature, but I'm not good with mod pack, so that's not working out. And then Vehicles was releasing, so I wanted to make a new map anyway to do the clone thingy, because the mountain base, as fun as it was, I had some mods that I needed to get rid of and transfer everything over, and I did that. And it's also a way to get rid of characters, potentially, even though I have the ability to send them off and put them in a spaceport. Which is what I'm going to do to some of these people, because some of them don't need to continue with us. Mapping it all out, I realize also I probably don't need to keep people, because I can always recreate them and add them back later. I would just need to, you know, actually document it, like I said I was probably going to be for. Anyway, Vehicles, though. Vehicles, I'm sure a lot of people played it, and a lot of people enjoyed it, and there's a lot of mods and stuff. And then there's also a lot of, you know, interesting tanks and, vehicles and stuff. Neat. Including the M1 Abrams. But with clones, I added the Star Wars mod, so they have clone armor. So they're, clone soldiers, clone troopers. And my plan is, over time, eventually I whittle off a bunch of the characters, which is... Eventually the plan is to whittle off all the characters and continue to move onward and just play RimWorld, which... Starfield came out, so I don't know what I'm doing recording RimWorld and doing this. I have written out and actually tried to document some stuff for RimWorld, or Starfield, but I actually need to get like a whiteboard probably or something that I can play with a little better. But I sort of, I'm cooking. It's the term, right? Cooking something. Anyway, I'd like to make an M1 Abrams. We don't have any of the materials for that. We probably don't even have most of the research for that, because this all was updated since I added it, because Vanilla Expanded decided to change the parts, so now there's more parts for everything. Well, that's way easier. Man, if only I, read and learned about mods that other people used. Because you can apparently copy and paste the mod settings, which sounds great. What happened there? I don't know. I don't know what some of these buttons do. I really like that idea of the ability to copy and paste. That's what I really liked. Neat. I have no idea how long I'm going to actually record. Oh, we're not making meals because I never set it up. That's fine. Eventually I want to have a kitchen, but that's fine. I don't know how long I'm going to record, because I plan on recording Starfield attempt. So I don't know why I'm talking about it in this, because this would be a RimWorld 11, the 11th RimWorld video that I've recorded and edited, but it's not actually the 11th. It's like 11th, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's like the 16th or so, because I don't know why I decided to re-edit some of them, but I edited it once and then I rendered it and then I unedited it, as in I went through the Vegas timeline and removed and then added things. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just make one video and just put it out, whether it's good or bad. Hopefully the mic sounds better. Spent a couple hours figuring that out. For RimWorld, though, I really enjoy it. My plan with this, because Deserters came out a week ago, my plan is to build up in royalty, and then see what happens. Because I really like to make this base a nice Imperial stronghold, and then see if we can potentially bring down the Empire. And I'm not saying that specifically because I made this world. Well, I didn't continue adding to it, but the Empire has a lot of bases up here. I was going to build a much more further out until I actually looked at here, and I went to vassalage, and apparently if... Oh, I could... Yeah, vassals only 100 tiles away from your vassals. As much as increase reach. So you can only vassalize bases that are within 100 tiles. So currently we have 8 here. So there's 4, and then these 4 are within 100 tiles, I think. I think so. Anyway, or maybe they're not. I don't know. Anyway, you vassalize, and you can see there's two too far away. So these are too far away. So this is 100 tiles somewhere around here. So I can vassalize these 6, and then these 2 I can gain later if I get one of these 2. My plan is to cover this planet in Imperial towns and pirates. Probably just insects, maybe. But the reason why I rendered the entire, or I built the entire globe is because I thought with vehicles, you could have pirates everywhere. It would be more interesting. And if I do the royalty allows you to gain a lot of power into certain pawns. If they're all family, then maybe they all get the same, descending titles potentially, because it'll be a royal family. And then as you vassalize more imperial things, it makes it more interesting, and then you can travel everywhere because you have the cars and the vehicles. I don't know what I'm saying. I had plans. I don't have time to execute plans. I'm not dedicated enough because I spent way too much time playing Starfield. Way too much time playing Starfield. It's very fun. It's like Fallout. I don't know how much I talked. This is mostly just supposed to be a recap. It says 16 minutes on the thing. Hopefully I cut that down, so maybe it's like 10 minutes. Less than. So I need to, continue recording, probably. Oh wait, would you look at that? I apparently, yeah, the ship, we're not doing ships to the stars. Apparently we have, Royal Ascent is not going to be the end goal, but that would be fun to attempt to do. There's apparently a Mechanator layer. Mechander layer. I didn't realize that. So we're going to have self-insert me, Fozier, and we're going to have Camiel, and Boreas. We're gonna have them load up in the car, the nice hover car that we had. This automatically opens? No? Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense. Don't get hit by the hover car. And we can just drive off the map, right? Because that's working properly? Yeah? Are they in the hover car? They are in the hover car. It does work properly. Hover car has left the area in a caravan with... Okay. I mean, that was a hover car when I zoomed in, so I'm going to assume that's working properly. Because I think this is 2 mods working together. The vehicles and then the leave or whatever. Where you can go to the edge of the map and walk off the map. Oh no, your caravan has been lost and the hover car has been lost. That's not a good sign. Alrighty, what error is broken? Okay, is it because vehicle draw? Okay, I guess I can't do that. So I've had to reload because turns out if the ship gets damaged, you might not be able to take the ship. The car gets damaged. The car loses an engine, and then I try to caravan back. Sometimes that breaks or something. I don't know what I did. I'm gonna include that in because I don't know. I don't remember what I did last. I appear to have reset myself. I gotta say, RimWorld very, very fun. That's it. RimWorld, very fun. The nuclear reactor is done. I don't think I recorded anything about it really, but the whole plan of this was to have a nuclear reactor and superpower, basically superpower production, be one of the only things on the planet. I probably should have chosen a desert. Actually, wait a minute. I can change that. You know, I just sit there and talk to myself. Anyway, I fixed it. I had to just reload and it worked, and then we did it again. And then I didn't click the record button. I was talking to myself, and then I realized when I was talking about recording, so I did just do it a third time. Anyway, I don't know how to make modding. Modding is good. I'm gonna attempt it on Starfield. That's my plan, to get into Starfield modding, because I have the tools to do it. I just don't have the experience or the time or the brain ability, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, we have become a mechanoid. We've reached that ancient mechanoid thing. We're almost back. We've made it back. There's the car. We've made it back in the hover car. We're gonna go park the hover car, and therefore I have become a mechanter. You'd think the hover car could fly over walls, by the way. I mean, it's a hover, it hovers. So, I mean, it just probably has like no movement penalty or whatever, but that's fine. For vehicles though, as much as I like the hover car, it is a little bit cheesy because it is what we came from the Empire with. So, yep. What does M in this case stand for? With a 120 millimeter mortar. This is just 12.7 inches, 50 cal, and that has a 7.62 machine gun. So, mortar variant and a regular variant of a M113 APC. Neat. Okay, we did it. We did it. Okay, as mechanator, whatever. Now if I just set this to murmur and I copy it, I can paste it on all these. Just a penguin, okay. We don't have any, oh, we do have beds somewhere, okay. Vopo Kasumi Vopo is in here because they joined us. They have this xenogene of a hussar, but apparently I could put them in this gene extraction vat. Supposedly, it extracts genes from a person and creates a gene pack from them. And it says extract, so I would think that it takes them out. But they've been in here for quite a while, and I don't know if it just reset or if they're just not. Because, I mean, they do have the thing that says genes were growing, so I assume that they got their genes extracted, but then I go in here and it's the same stuff still? Like, I don't see anything that was removed. I mean, I don't think so, at least, or at least this didn't change. The SARS thing's still there. For them, what is this? Oh, we can get the Aegis of Damocles, which is a relic for the Eddie Legion. Speaking of, there's a mod that allows you to change the way that this levels up, and they get points to change per thing. But we have a couple of the relics. The long-term goal is to get all the relics. It's a lot of relics. Almost like maybe adding more than 4 was a bit of a stupid idea, but also it's very long-term gameplay, I guess. I think I've recorded half an hour or more altogether. I don't have an outro yet. I have an old one that's not properly finished because I deleted the files for it because I changed storage devices and moved all the files over, and I didn't realize I had a folder set up called specifically MISC, and apparently I deleted it, or at least I don't know where it's at anymore. So I recorded a bunch of stuff for the outro. I made an outro before. I used the outro, I think, once or twice, and then I got rid of it completely. But it's just supposed to be a music sting at the end of the video. Maybe I'll get it done before this is used for editing, because thank you for watching, I guess. Yeah, thank you for watching. Whatever madness I cook up and edit out. The VidTube thing, by the way. I guess we can go finish the video off with that. And we got ourselves a penguin.